tried improving my art in less than 24 hours by following the most popular art tutorials on YouTube, and it actually worked. Way more than I expected. But even though all of them helped, one tutorial helped me way more than the others. I know that because while watching and applying each tutorial, I made a tier list, and I ranked them from pretty mediocre to this actually teaches you how to draw. And to prove this isn't just luck, I did a drawing before and after watching these tutorials, so you can see the improvement for yourself. So to keep this challenge fair, I set a few rules. First of all, I won't be able to use any kind of reference, but only the tutorials that I choose. Each tutorial targets a different weakness from my first drawing, so the improvement affects the whole piece. And lastly, I'm ranking not just the final result, but how clearly and usefully each YouTuber actually teaches. That's everything that I have to explain, so let's begin. First of all, we're going to do the first drawing. I did it purely from memory. Since I couldn't use references, I didn't risk it, so I chose to draw Hatsune Miku in a pretty much simple pose. You can see in the speed paint that I even cut part of the leg, so I won't complicate myself. I will leave a few seconds of the speed paint so y'all can see part of the process of this drawing. Okay, so this drawing almost took me 3 hours, and this is the result. I personally like the result, but I'm gonna be honest with myself, and it's that I have a lot of things to improve. I will choose 4 things that I think I need to improve the most and find a specific tutorial for each thing. First one, I'd say that painting the eyes, because it's something that I understand so little about that I totally need to fix that. Specifically taking in consideration that in a lot of character drawings, one of the main things that people look are the eyes, so I can afford painting fully rendered eyes and posting it in social media. That doesn't give money. Second one is the hair. I will say that I understand painting the hair more than the eyes, but not gonna lie, there was a part that you can see in the speed paint that I really didn't know what to do. And the third one, I don't know, like the general post-processing and stuff. Like, I know something's wrong with that, but just tell you what's exactly wrong with it. Since the beginning, I had no idea about painting clothes, and I personally think that I'm good at drawing clothes, but never have painted them, so I just did something there. Now that I'm saying all of this, I'm noticing that the drawing actually doesn't look as good as I thought. I need these tutorials ASAP. How did she do that? I'm lost. She was going so slowly, and magically she now have a like almost full rendered sketched iris. I think the most important part of the process, she didn't explain it properly, or basically she didn't explain it at all. This looks so ass. Come on, I can do better. We're still gonna figure out how to make it with my brushes, which I have like a really huge selection from it, but like it's not exactly what she's asking for though. Like, I'm gonna try to redo another eye because I can stand with this. Like this does not represent like how do I draw art. You see, this is like way simpler but just better than the other thing that I tried to do, because I was trying to follow the tutorial like step by step, but I just can't do that. I need to follow my real instincts, and I can have like a slight better result. Alright, so here's the skin color. What the fuck is just happening? Following a tutorial is like so weird because everything that I'm doing is like, it's so different from what my instincts are saying, so difficult to follow them. How the hell do you draw the lashes? Like, I don't really get it. The curious thing about my eye is like, I've been watching my eye and say like, oh damn, I did a good job, but then I will be like watching Colin's eye and notice that I made everything wrong. But besides that, like, I'm kind of satisfied with my result. But yeah, Colin, thanks. Now I can draw one fucking eye. Also, Colin's going to the C tier. I'm really excited for this one because the thing that I'm the most inconsistent is hair and eyes. Principally hair. I'm pretty sure I'm going to learn a lot from this. Wait, I'm actually struggling a little bit because she's using like a bright color for her character's hair, but I'm using black. And now like my hues are fucked up and I'm about to get like absolutely black. So I don't know how to balance, and I don't know if she's even gonna explain this. I don't really think that using skin color as highlight is the best option. Maybe for Blue Biscuit's art style it is, but like for mine, I don't know if I'm just bad, but I'm like not seeing the results, you know. Maybe if I started using blue, like I could change it, but I have it on the same layer, so it's basically too late. I don't know, it might look better, but I'm not gonna waste time. I'm gonna try with this. Okay, so now we're gonna do what is possibly my favorite part about Blue's art style, and it's like these random colors that look cool in the general piece. So maybe we adding these colors, we can. I hope I can figure something out for this. Like, I mean, I kinda fix it, but I can't even blame the tutorial. I just can't blame myself. I don't know why I'm so bad by drawing her, and I get like so dumb with it. Can we remember that she was supposed to be like a black hair girl? Her hair is everything but black, and it's my fault. I'm gonna repeat it. But something that I like about Blue Biscuits is most of her art, there's a lot of things that are not logically right, but still looks good because like she has like a good sense of, I don't know, color and design. And even though it doesn't follow like the traditional rules, ended up looking like really cool. I don't know. I don't know how to explain, but I like that. Wait, I actually like this trick a lot. Like, what? Okay, so parts that are supposed to be darker, you like outline them with like regular purple, and you put it on multiply, and then like you lower the opacity, and like it adds like way a lot of depth to the shadows, and it actually, this looks like really good time saver. So I'm gonna definitely use this in the future. So after this, you're supposed to detailing all of this, like this is the base. So I think like even though I made like a horrible execution, I personally think that I learned a lot, and I'm definitely gonna apply it in my future drawings and the drawing that we are gonna see at the end of the video. So I will put this like on actual A tier if you let me. How to Play Clothing by Samdo's Arts, and as you can see in the drawing that I did, it's something that I really need to work on. So I'm gonna pay a lot of attention on this tutorial and try to learn as much as possible, because like clothing is one of my weakest sides. Oh my god, this is looking pretty bad, but I gotta trust the process or else I will never be a great artist. I actually made like a big mistake, is that I was just looking at Sam's drawing, but I forgot there was a reference at the left. Anyways, I don't think like that I like this result. Like, it's not like the final result, but even though if I try to like polish it, like I think I won't like it. Anyways, I think like I'm getting too like focused on this, and maybe I just need to keep following the tutorial instead of pausing it, you know. So I will trust the process. My final result look like this. I know it's horrible, but trust me, I get what he was trying to explain. So don't worry, next time we're gonna do better, and I promise that I actually learned something, even though this result doesn't prove nothing. Okay, so in this case, this is the color, I guess. Let's see what can I do here. So I'll put the hue a little bit down into a darker hue. Then what's the color? I don't know. Oh my god, I hate coloring so much. We are here already, so we cannot give up. That's what my grandma said. I'm actually liking his method. Like, it's just like using two colors and you start blending everything until it looks like good, you know. Like you see this like better result. To be honest, I'm gonna leave it on this state, but actually I really like this tutorial. Like, it helped me a lot, like letting me know like what the actual process is when it's about drawing clothes. I think this is better than Blue Biscuits because like he like, I don't know, he explains everything in a shorter way and like in a better way, I would say. So this is probably gonna be the only S tier on this video, and in my opinion it's pretty well deserved. Okay, so the last one is from Nero, and it's basically how he colors in general. And the main takeaway that I have from his tutorial is that he uses a lot of blending modes, and which I can't really take that much from his video, because if you see how I made the Hatsune Miku drawing, you will notice that I barely use any blending mode and I only use it for post-processing. But there was one specific thing that I find it really interesting, and it's the layer of color burn, which is a layer mode that I have never used, but it's like multiply but with higher contrast. You can like add way more saturation. I might use this a lot in post-processing, because in post-processing I use a lot of layer modes, but while I'm drawing I never use it. Okay, so now color burn is pretty interesting because like look, for example, the blushes, the shadows, it has way more saturation. So I'm really gonna apply this in the Hatsune Miku drawing. This is actually pretty useful. Like, I'm pretty excited of using it in the real drawing. Even though I made random brushstrokes, like this looks way better. So the tutorial in general, it was Nero talking about his entire process and how he does his thing. I don't find it like beginner friendly because he explains like way too big, and even myself, which I can say I'm an intermediate artist, I had to pause and rewind a lot of times to understand what he was saying. Maybe it's because I'm slow, but the way he uses the layers and how he presents it to you, it's really useful. And he also have like a section where he shows shows like the order of the layers and how he organizes it. So for beginners, that kind of things will help you a lot. It even helped me. So I will put this like B tier maybe, because if he were to explain like way slower and things about like how exactly he made his brush strokes and stuff, it will be way better. But the things that he presents you are really useful. Okay, so finally we reached the moment of truth. Now we're gonna see if I actually learned something from all of this tutorial. To be honest, I'm really confident that we are gonna improve this drawing a lot. So I'm gonna watch the tutorials as long as I start redrawing, so I can remember everything, and let's see how it goes. First of all, I'm gonna start with the eyes, because to be honest, they look like a little bit disappointing in my opinion. Also, before starting, there's something that the Nero tutorial did that I didn't mention, and he teach me how to put the drawing in grayscale, which is making a layer, putting everything in white, and selecting the color layer mode. If anyone also wonder how to do this, so this is the answer. Also, thanks to this, I can confidently say that there's like a lot of areas of improvement regarding the values, so we got a lot of work to do. I think this is nice for the moment, so I will leave it like this, at least right now. I need to balance like the whole drawing, if any case, but in my opinion it looks way better, like especially the eyelashes that I was lacking the most, and I think it really improves the quality of the drawing. I'm seeing like a huge improvement, you know, like especially like with this thing of the values, like it's way better to see if I'm doing it right. So like, wait, let me see how the original Miko drawing looks like. Let me compare for a brief moment. Okay, it's with the details, but it's looking better, like you can see it. You can see how detailed this is looking like, so I'm really excited for the final result. I generally have no idea how to shoot this. At least it looks better than before. Let's see if red works. Like purple, it looks awesome, but I don't know if I can add little details with red or something like that. I think it will look nice. Okay, this is actually looking really good. I need to fix this because like the values like are good here, but here they are like way darker than they should be. So I need to fix that, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Okay, so a little bit of blue over here. It kinda looks ass. I genuinely don't know what to do with the legs. Like, okay, I have this big ass, I don't know, like shading block, but I don't know what to do after this. Like, I can put like the reflective lighting, but isn't it like too boring? Like, I know I need to do something more, but I genuinely have no idea. Maybe it's my bad for not using reference, but that's just a silly observation. Maybe this... okay, I genuinely don't know what to do with the legs, but it's annoying me so much. Y'all have no idea. I might just give up. I mean, this is looking good, right? Or am I tripping? If you look at it like at a certain angle, it might look good. No, but for real, like, I don't know why, but these legs look so uncanny for me. But that's probably like my bad. I'm gonna stop looking at them because I'm gonna spend the entire day with this. Okay, so what should I do next? I know that y'all probably been thinking about like start shading the clothes. We could test it out. How much did I improve after watching some of those art videos? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm actually procrastinating it because I'm scared. So I'm gonna keep trying to find things to improve instead of doing these clothes. Alright, so the moment has arrived. I need to start painting clothes. Well, first of all, let's say to this poorly shaded cloth, Okay, so now we are from zero. I'm gonna apply one technique that I learned from Modare, having a more texturized and more like unique, I don't know, cloth, hair. You can use it like in every aspect of drawing, so in this case I like using it for clothing. Anyways, on a side note, I low-key cook with the hair. Like watching it right now, I'm really proud of it. It looks really clean, which is pretty weird for my art style. I think I'm getting nervous for no reasons. Like I'm just gonna trust the process. That's it. I would love to be able to watch some reference right now because I have no idea how to make the foldings of this, especially in this angle. Alright, just gotta trust the process, stress out. Like, it's looking better. I don't know how much can I do to keep this improvement, you know, like I'm running out of ideas and brush strokes, so I'm pretty worried about that for sure. Oh my lord, this looks so messy. I don't know if I'm lacking of references or I'm just bad at it, or is that this method isn't like compatible with mine, because I'm really struggling with this. Jesus Christ. It's actually looking way better than I expected, but this for sure is not easy at all if you don't have references. If I could have references, like this will have gotten way better in my opinion. So now I gotta do the tie, which is gonna be even worse because I really have no idea how ties even work. I don't even know how the lighting is supposed to be. I guess we'll have to figure it out. Okay, I think I'm done with this. But actually this is a good method. I think I'm gonna start applying it, refining it, and trying to become better with it because it simplifies a lot what I thought painting clothes was about to be, you know? So it's pretty useful and I like it a lot. And if someone's gonna talk about what about the skirt, I'm gonna leave it like that because I don't even wanna try, if I wanna be honest with you. I'm just gonna adjust this a little bit. Yeah, and that's it. Well, and this. Okay, now I ain't touching that again. I'm sorry for everyone who was expecting me to paint the skirt. Okay, so the last thing that we gotta do is the tutorial from Nero, and it's basically I would like to apply it while like post-processing the drawing, adjusting the colors, adding the last details, etc. What I'm gonna do right now with this folder called Retouch. So I'm gonna try to use his color burn layer and multiply layer especially. Also, this is like from Colin's video. These like red lines is supposed to be like the your eyes and something like that. But and I kind of like this drawing it. And also, I don't know if it's gonna work, but you're supposed to add highlights here. Like, well, I don't know if it suits. If it's gonna look good in anime style. So let's try right now. Wait, hold on. I think it can look better, but I should like maybe with a specific method or something like or angle. I think this has potential, but not right now. It was worth the experiment. Okay, I guess this is the final result. I kind of like it, actually. It looks way more polished than I was expecting, so I'm really proud of it. So this is the final result, this is the comparison, this is the tier list, and that's it. Bye.